So before you leave the training today, we want to make sure that you understand how a repair order gets from your point of sale and ends up on the technician and workflow views. We want to make sure that you know how to perform an inspection. In fact, we'll create a mock inspection with a few topics on it and some pictures and notes before we leave the training today. We want to make sure that you know the words and phrases to inspire your team to actually move forward. So rather than push your employees into doing things, we want to make sure you understand what's in it for each of your employees, and we'll do that in the webinar today. Editing pictures and adding notes to the pictures is the #1 way that we can educate the customer. And if you think about it, the show and tell that we do with our customers at the side of a vehicle with the service advisor and the technician is the #1 way in the paper world that we can get approvals. So what we want to do is recreate that same feeling using the tools we now have in the digital platform, and we want to be able to do it on 100% of the repair orders that come through the shop. We also want to make sure that not only do we want to control the content by having good inspections, notes, pictures, and so on, but we're going to control the timing that the customer receives that very carefully by emailing and texting it to the customer at the appropriate times. How the tech and the service advisor communicate with each other internally in the shop is a very important tool. We're going to do that in the digital world in a way that is documented, but so nobody has to leave the service writer doesn't have to leave the counter, the technician doesn't have to leave the car, and we all got great documentation to work with. All the things we talk about, we also want to be able to put systems in place to measure them so that we can monitor our success along the way. And we'll do that at the end by introducing you to a tool called the Business Control Panel, and that we highly encourage you to get with your digital coach or product advisor to actually begin using it in your shop as soon as possible. So what we want to do right now is to begin by creating this Mini Cooper that you're going to be using for a test as we go forward. I'm going to paste the VIN number in chat so you can just copy it and create a repair order if you already haven't done it. We want to make sure that this repair order has your phone number so that way you can text the inspection results to yourself to see how the customer experience would be. We want to make sure that it has at least one labor line on the inspection and it's not assigned to a technician. We'll actually be dispatching it using the Today's Vehicle page technician view as we go through today. So again, make sure that this is not an estimate or not an appointment. Make sure it's in a work order state, in progress, for work in progress, and your point of sale. Once you create the work order, it's going to populate into Autobottles, and this is going to be the test vehicle we'll use to move through the different workflow steps so you can see how things actually operate in a live shop environment. I'm going to pause here and give you about a minute to create the vehicle that we'll be working on.